Okay, hi everyone. Obviously you are here today for the reliability, the skill to learn about the skill of reliability for source-based questions. Before I begin, let me just introduce you what we're going to cover in these series of videos. Okay, basically there are 4 parts to this video. The first part is the introduction, what is reliability, and using skill of reliability in exams and daily life. Okay, the next 3 parts will cover how to assess reliability in your exams. Okay, the second part in the series is detecting provenance, detecting reliability from provenance and typicality. Then the next video will be on detecting reliability from content, and then detecting reliability from purpose, tone, and source biases. All these 3 will be in one video. Okay, so let's get started. Now, why do you need to learn the skill of reliability? The first reason is because you will need it during exams. Okay, you will need to find out what type of question does it look like to be tested on the skill of reliability. So, how do you identify a reliability question? Basically, you can use the words like proof, reliable, belief, and trust to tell you that, hey, this exam question is testing me on the skill of reliability. How do I answer it? I have to answer based on the skills that I'm going to learn in this series of videos. Now, however, there are also questions like this. Are you surprised by source Y? Explain your answer. Now, students are naturally very surprised to receive this kind of questions because it's not usually what that comes out, okay? But don't worry, this is actually a variation of a reliability question. Why? Because they need the skill of cross-referencing. So what is cross-referencing? You will learn it in part 3 of the series of videos, okay? Now, of course, this is the first reason why you need to learn the skill of reliability. However, there's a second reason. Why do we test reliability? How come we want to make sure that you know the skill of reliability? It is because we want to make sure that in life, you know how to check whether something is reliable or not. Whatever you learn in school, you can apply it in life. Okay, so how is it that you can apply the skill of reliability in life? Let us just look at what our new friend, Mr. Xiaoming, okay, is doing in his life right now, that he needs this skill of reliability. Now, this Xiaoming, let me introduce you. He is my friend. Basically, he wants to get a new cell phone, but he needs advice because he doesn't know whether to get an iPhone or a Samsung Galaxy. Okay? He doesn't know whether to get an iPhone or Samsung Galaxy. Now, as a friend, obviously, I advised him. I said, if you need proper advice from the experts, I suggest you go to somewhere that sells both phones so you can get, advice on both. So he decides to go to Challenger. That is Misso's favorite place, Challenger. Alright, so he goes into Challenger and then he's thinking, maybe I should get a Samsung phone. So let me just look for a salesman, that can promote Samsung phone to me. So he goes to this Samsung salesperson, and the Samsung salesperson said, oh, the Samsung Galaxy S6 is currently the best phone there is in the market. It is one of the best screen resolutions. It has a super AMOLED screens, amazing camera, 60 megapixels, excellent battery life, quick wireless charging. It's also Android, which is very user-friendly, and it is slim and it is also light. Now, Xiaoming thinks, actually, I'm not very sure of all those technical jargon that he used. Okay, all these, screen resolution, 60 megapixels, wireless charging, I don't know what is that, but it's okay because it sounds good. So should I buy the phone? Now, Miss So, as a very nice friend, said, no, you shouldn't. So Xiaoming asked why. He is a Samsung sales representative. He should know best. Maybe it really is that good. Okay, so now I said lah, okay, so let's check to see if the phone is really that good. So he went to a Challenger personnel. Now, this Challenger person is in charge of everything in Challenger, no brands. He represents no brands. So this is what he said. Oh, the Samsung Galaxy S6 is currently new. It's one of the popular ones a lot of people buy. The Super AMOLED screen provides actually sharper pictures than most other phones. So when you look through your pictures or when you take photos, they look pretty nice on your screen. Okay, so Instagram looks very nice on your screen. The camera at 60 megapixels is actually quite normal for smartphones. Alright, the battery life does not last very long, but it actually depends on your usage. See how much you use it per day. Okay, and it has quite a fast wireless charging. It runs on Android, but this depends on your preference whether you like Android or not. And it's slim and it's light. Okay, so it's easy to carry around. Now, let's step out of this challenger persona. Let's look at this. These things in the blue boxes, okay, are what that is similar to what the Samsung person has said. Okay, it has a Super AMOLED screen, has sharper pictures because of screen resolution, quick wireless charging, slim, light. Okay, all these are similar. However, these two things actually in the yellow boxes are not what he said. He said that Samsung person actually said it has an amazing camera, but this is actually quite normal for smartphones these days. Alright, the battery, he said the battery has an excellent battery life, means that it can last very long. But here, the battery does not last very long according to this challenger person. So, upon checking, some things were not true. Something said by the Samsung person is not true. After checking, referring to what the Samsung or what the challenger person has said. So Xiaoming is shocked. Oh no, but he made it sound so good. Now, of course it sounds good. Why? Because let's look at the words that he used. He said, oh, this is the best phone in the market. It has amazing camera, excellent battery life, quick wireless charging. Of course, it sounded good because he was exaggerating. There are a lot of overly positive words that he used. So based on that, I will not trust him. But Xiaoming asks, how come he wants to exaggerate? Because let's look at what he is. He's a Samsung salesman. Obviously, his job is to promote the company's product. He needs to promote the product to the consumers or buyers so they will buy it. Okay, that's what he wants Xiaoming to do. Okay, in that way, he can earn his commission. Now, of course, I'm not saying that all salespeople are like that, but as a consumer, we got to keep that in mind whenever we go to a shop. Alright, it's our consumers' rights to find out what is true and what is not. So, basically, I will not trust him entirely because he has a purpose behind promoting the phone. Okay, he wants to earn his commission. That could be his purpose, and because of that, I will not trust him entirely. I will check with somebody else, like the challenger person. On top of that, who will I trust more? Miss So will trust the challenger person more. How come? Because, let's look. Just now, whatever the Samsung person said is only the good side of the phone, the good things. Okay, but the challenger personnel provided both good and bad points of the phone, so he's more objective. He has presented something for me to think about, okay, the pros and cons, so I can think whether I can live with the bad points of the phone or not. So obviously, the fourth thing that I'm checking on is biasness. For the Samsung person, he only gave one-sided viewpoint, so I will not trust what he said. I will again check it with somebody else. Okay, so after looking at that, we know that we use reliability in real life to buy big ticket items. Big ticket items means expensive items. You don't spend money just like that. Okay? But also we need to exercise this assessment of reliability. Where we are reading things online, we are watching videos, we are looking at pictures. Okay, can you just believe what you see online? Let's take a look at this photo. This happened quite recently, I know. This person in this photo looks like he's hiking through a forest or whatever, something in the nature, okay, or in the hills or whatever. But this is actually in actual fact where he is. Okay? In actual fact where he is. Now, people usually do these days because they want to look good on social media. They want to portray themselves as they're very cool or what, so they have a purpose behind it. So this is what they do. Okay? Other times, when you see on Instagram, you can see in this frame, this is what you will see on your phone. Okay, that this girl can do a handstand. Alright, but outside of the frame in the bigger picture, this is not what is happening. And a lot of time is not what is happening. Whoops. Okay, so, hey, go away. Alright, so, other than watching things online, reading things online, can you just believe what you hear? What about gossip? Sometimes people gossip about your friends, okay? And then you don't know whether they are true, and then you fall out with your friends, okay? But before doing that, did you check with your friends? Did you check with other people? These are the things, okay, that you need to use in real life. using reliability. Of course, all these things that we say here, okay, I teach you these for a purpose. Okay, this is what is going on in real life. How do you apply these during exams? Again, very easy, because you use it in your real life. It's actually by logic. In your exams, you need to use the same things. Firstly, you can check for reliability using provenance. Provenance is basically the origin of the source. Who did the source come from? Author of the source. In this case, the source refers to the Samsung personnel. Okay, so because he's a Samsung representative, he should know that. Therefore, you can trust him. Other ways to check is content. Okay, check whether what the person says is true. Check with another person. This is what we call cross-referencing, something that I've told you earlier. Okay, we can also check his tone. Is he overly positive? We can also check the purpose, whether he has a purpose behind whatever the source says. Okay, if there is a purpose, usually it is not reliable. And of course, bias. Okay, whether something is one-sided or both-sided. I will usually trust something with both points of view. Okay, so this is a summary of the skills that you will need. This one has another skill called typicality tied to it. I'll go into it in the next part of the video. Alright, so once you're done and you're ready with your materials and your foolscap paper and your notes, you may please click onto the next part of the video. Thank you very much for watching. See you in the next part.